we have impossible dreams expectation. For example, we really believe that there is somewhere somebody that's going to fulfill all my dreams forever.
So this is really like the big problem, is that it's a lack of personal responsibility about their own emotional state. And having an expectation that a relationship is going to fulfill missing parts of yourself that it cannot fill. The only thing a relationship can fill in you is the relationship part. It can't fulfill low self-esteem. It can't fulfill frustrated career ambition. It can't fulfill anything that it's not designed to fulfill.
But we don't want to give up the dream. So the code for love in America is very clear, is false expectation. We expect something so much. We expect one person to fulfill all your needs and dreams forever. It might happen once in a while. Some people might, but if you look at the numbers, half of marriage ends in a divorce.
Surrender quick before you lose it all.
What happens when we try to love someone, give them everything we've got, but at the end of the day, that we don't get the response that we need and that we want?
All you have is today.
At what point do we realize that the chemistry just may not be right? At what point do we open our eyes to other possibilities?
I've come to believe that we've evolved three distinctly different brain systems for mating and reproduction. One is the sex drive, the craving for sexual gratification. The second is romantic love, that elation and focused attention and craving for a particular individual. And the third is attachment, that sense of calm and security that you can feel for a long-term partner. But I think the most powerful reason that you fall for one person rather than another is what I call your love map. And what a love map is, it's an unconscious list, some of them are conscious, but a largely unconscious list of characteristics that you're looking for in a mate that you developed during childhood.
I said I was going to order one from Santa Claus.
Order up a wife?
Yes.
Maybe that's what everybody should do, is start ordering their mates from Santa Claus.
Or the women's.
Their women's?
Or I mean, the women's can order their husbands.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Mates. Girls or boys.
And then when the time is right, you're in college or you've just gotten a divorce or you've gotten older and your spouse has died and you're beginning to look for another partner, and you walk into a room and there's 4 people in the room, they're all dressed in a way that suits you. They're all from your general background. You find them all interesting, and you talk to 3 of them, and they're perfectly wonderful people, but it doesn't light that brain system. And then you talk to the 4th, and that person somehow fits within your love map.
The night we met, I told my friend when I got home that I met the man I was going to marry.
And boom, that system gets ignited, and you fall madly in love.
I fell in love. Completely, utterly naive, 19-year-old. Infatuation, head over heels, couldn't stop thinking about him, crazy. Well, he broke up with me, which was devastating. Probably. And the weird thing about it is that I still haven't gotten over it, I think. And it's so surprising because I feel like I've grown up so much and I'm really together person, but I'm still in love with the guy that I fell in love with when I was 19 or 18 or whatever.
Her eyes say it all. She paints the world for free, but it's gone too far. She's not who you wanted her to be.
Have you ever been dumped by somebody who you really loved? And another question was, have you ever dumped somebody who really loved you? And over something like 95% of men and women said yes to both. Very few people get out of love alive. We all feel the elation and we also feel the despair. And I often wondered why? Why don't we just walk away when somebody dumps us? Why go through all this abandonment rage and frustration, attraction, and the despair response?
Relationships basically suck. They do. They are amazing, but then just like they can really suck really badly. I've got like 20 years to find that person and settle down and grow old, because basically companionship when you're old is the most important thing.
We all remember our first love, the excitement, the passion, and all the mystery. But seldom does that last. And why is it so hard for some of us to move on?
Here at the crossroads, how did I make it through? I wanted nothing to do before I started again. It's been
I wrote a song that was pretty intense and sent it to him, and he didn't get it. To have somebody write a song about you like that is really nice and really intimate. And
so many years go by,
and still no response. And I don't know if it's, I must just be like some kind of crazy person who just maybe I like him because he doesn't like me, I don't know. I think that I started to believe that there was a sense of fate about him, and that we really were destined to be together. I don't know why he doesn't like me. And I was just thinking, I wanted to ask him, like, point blank, what is your problem?
I mean, why can't we just forget it and go on? I mean, this is so metabolically expensive. But when you think of it from a Darwinian perspective, when you love somebody, you are investing your very precious courtship time and energy. And we don't have much time on this planet, and we do need to reproduce. And if you invest a great deal in somebody and then that is taken away from you, you've lost very precious biological